Imagine you're in a Micro1 AI interview. You hear the question, and you don't understand it at all.
And the worst part, you're not sure if you can ask again.
Yeah, we have all been there. I mean, you're just staring at your computer screen.
Right.
There's no human interviewer smiling back at you, no one to, nod their head and tell you it's okay.
Just a little recording indicator light.
Exactly. And the silence in your room just feels so heavy, you know you only get this one chance.
Oh, it is an incredibly stressful moment. I mean, the pressure hits you immediately.
Yeah, I know.
You know the camera is watching. You know the microphone is listening.
Yeah.
And your brain just freezes.
So our mission for today's deep dive is simple. We are going to give you the exact words and the exact strategies to survive this exact moment.
Right, because you really need a plan.
We want to show you how to handle a confusing question without ruining your interview score.
Yeah, because if you use the wrong strategy, well, you can fail the interview before you even give your actual answer.
Wow. Okay, so to survive this situation, we first need to understand why this interview is completely different from talking to a human manager.
Yes.
Let's talk about the AI interviewer. In Micro1, her name is Zara, right?
Right, Zara. And the most important thing to remember here is that this process is asynchronous.
Meaning you're not talking to a live person.
Exactly. You are not talking in real time. You are recording your answers for a computer system to evaluate later. And because it's a machine, there is no real-time human forgiveness.
Wait, I need to push back on this a little bit.
Sure.
Why can't I just treat it like a Zoom call? I mean, if I'm talking to a human and I get confused, I just say, sorry, what was that?
Right, yeah.
And the human understands. Why can't I just do that with the AI?
It's a very natural question, but boy, here's the danger. You have to understand how the AI actually listens to you.
Okay.
It does not hear feelings. It uses a program to turn your spoken words into written text.
Oh, I see.
And then it grades that text. So the system may treat absolutely anything you say as your final recorded answer.
Wait, seriously. So if I just quietly whisper to myself like, oh no, I don't understand this, the AI might record that as my official response.
Yes. The microphone captures everything.
Wow.
And asking the AI to repeat the question, well, it might not pause your interview timer. It doesn't work like a normal, flowing human conversation.
So what is it like then?
It's more like leaving a very important voice message on a phone.
Oh, that's a good way to think about it.
Right. Imagine you call a company, and the voicemail machine starts recording. Every single word you say is written down and graded by a computer.
Okay, so if you panic and leave a confused voice message, that confused text is what the company sees.
Exactly.
The AI is evaluating your communication skills, your confidence, and, your problem-solving ability based on that recording. It doesn't know you're just asking for a quick pause to collect your thoughts.
Right. It just reads the text. And because the setup is so strange, candidates often do the exact wrong thing when they get confused.
Which brings us to the biggest mistake candidates make.
Yeah, this is the big one.
When they don't understand the question, they feel the silence. And they hate the silence.
It's so uncomfortable.
Right. So they react poorly, they panic, they talk too much, or they just start saying random words to, fill the silence.
I will be completely honest with you. I have almost made this exact mistake myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
During an AI assessment?
Yes. You sit there, the timer is ticking down on the screen, and the urge to just guess what the AI meant is huge.
Because you just want to do something.
Exactly. You think, maybe I should just start talking about my last job. I'll throw some words at the screen and hope something answers the question.
Yeah, you just want to fill the silence. You think saying something, anything at all, is better than saying nothing.
But doing that leads to a very unclear answer.
Yeah.
And an unclear answer ruins your score.
Because it's a machine grading you.
Right. The AI system is looking for a clear structure. It wants a logical beginning, middle, and end.
That makes sense.
If you are just guessing and rambling, the system's text processor sees a candidate who cannot communicate clearly under pressure.
It's like wandering into a forest without a map. You're just walking in circles. And the AI sees those circles and gives you a low score.
Exactly. And another major trap is asking the AI a question, but asking it unclearly.
What do you mean by unclearly?
Well, if you say, wait, what do you mean by that one word I didn't hear you? The AI might not understand your request.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and now you are stuck in a loop. Neither you nor the machine knows what is happening. The timer runs out and you get 0 points.
Okay, so filling the silence with random words is a trap. Rambling is a trap. Asking messy questions is a trap.
They are all traps.
We need a real plan. What are the exact words you should use when you don't understand the AI?
Let's break down 3 practical strategies.
Okay, strategy 1.
The first instinct for most people is the simple repeat strategy.
Right.
The phrase you might use is, "Sorry, could you please repeat the question?"
Sorry, could you please repeat the question? I mean, that sounds very polite. It sounds safe.
It is polite, but, well, I must warn you. It may or may not work well with an AI system like Micro1,
Why not?
because sometimes the AI will just repeat the exact same words it used the first time.
I see the problem. So if the AI uses a really difficult vocabulary word that I don't know.
Like a complicated business term.
Yeah. If English is my second language, hearing the exact same hard word a second time will not help me at all.
Exactly. You didn't understand it the first time. The second time won't be a magic fix.
And you just wasted time.
Yes, you wasted 20 or 30 seconds of your speaking time. So it's a basic strategy, but has severe limits.
That makes a lot of sense. Relying on the AI to just repeat itself is a gamble. So what is strategy 2? What's the next step up?
The next option is asking the AI to clarify the meaning. You say, "I didn't fully understand the question. Could you clarify what you mean?"
Okay, let me repeat that. I didn't fully understand the question. Could you clarify what you mean? I like the sound of this one better. You are specifically asking the AI to change its words. You want to explain things in a simpler way.
It is definitely a stronger choice. But there is still a massive risk here.
What's the risk?
You are relying entirely on the system to respond perfectly. You are hoping the AI is programmed to have a simpler version of the question ready to give you.
Oh, right. But what if it isn't? What if the AI is programmed to only ask the question one way, to make sure the test is perfectly fair for everyone?
That is the exact danger. Sometimes the AI has a simpler version, but sometimes it doesn't.
And if it doesn't?
It might just give you an error, or it might just repeat the hard version again anyway.
So by asking the AI to clarify, you are giving up your control of the interview.
You really are. You are putting your score in the hands of a machine's programming.
And we don't want to give up control. We want to be in charge.
Which leads us to strategy 3, the absolute best strategy.
This is the one you should remember, right?
Yes. This is the one you should practice in front of a mirror. We call it the rephrase strategy.
Okay, give us the exact words.
Here they are. You say, "Just to make sure I understand correctly, are you asking about?" And then you finish the sentence with your best simplified guess of the topic.
Just to make sure I understand correctly, are you asking about?
Perfect.
Why is this specific phrase so powerful for a machine like Micro1?
Because you are still actively answering the question. You are showing the system that you have excellent communication skills.
You aren't just sitting there helpless.
Right. You don't have to wait and hope the system fixes the problem for you. You guide the conversation.
Let's dig into how the computer actually grades this. When you use the rephrase strategy, you are basically feeding the AI the keywords it wants to hear, right?
Yes, exactly. You provide your own context. You take control back from the machine.
Because the AI evaluates your ability to communicate and solve problems.
Right. And by rephrasing the question, you prove that you can take a confusing situation, make it clear, and move forward.
Which is exactly what a good employee does in the real world.
Exactly.
Now, knowing the right words is great, but your physical behavior and your timing during the interview matter just as much.
Oh, absolutely. The computer is grading everything.
So let's discuss some specific survival tips for the Micro1 platform itself.
Well, the environment is different from a normal video call, so your behavior has to be different.
What is your first practical tip?
Listen incredibly carefully the very first time Zara speaks. Do not let your mind wander at all.
Treat every single question like it is the only time you will ever hear it.
Yes, because you may not get a second chance to hear it clearly.
And here's another really key tip about the technology itself. Do not interrupt the AI too early.
This is such a common technical mistake. You have to let Zara finish speaking completely before you start your rephrase strategy.
Right, because the technology needs a moment to switch from speaking mode to listening mode.
Exactly. If you start talking while the AI is still talking, the microphone might not turn on fast enough.
It might cut off your first few words.
And then the text processor just reads a broken sentence.
So what should candidates do?
Let the AI finish. Take one deep breath. Let the recording indicator light up on your screen. Then start your strategy.
That's great advice.
And if you are ever unsure, immediately use the rephrase strategy. Never ask the AI to repeat itself 2 or 3 times.
Why is asking for multiple repeats so damaging to your score?
Because your answers are strictly timed. If you spend 1 full minute just asking the AI to repeat the question, you waste your time limit.
You won't have enough time left to give a strong, detailed answer.
Exactly. The rephrase strategy saves your valuable time. It gets you into the actual answer immediately.
Okay, let's bring this to life. I think we need to do a practice run right now.
That's a great idea.
We want you to hear exactly how this sounds and how it feels in a real scenario. I will play the role of Zara, the AI interviewer,
Okay.
and I'm going to ask a very complex, difficult behavioral question.
And I will play the candidate. First, I will give a bad response so we can hear what failing sounds like.
Okay, setting the scene. The camera is on. The recording is live. Here's the question. Could you describe your conflict resolution methodology when disagreeing with a cross-functional team member?
Oh, sorry. What is cross-functional? I didn't catch that. Do you mean... Wait, can you repeat the question? I work well with teams, but I don't know what you mean by methodology. Could you say it again?
Okay, let's stop the simulation right there.
Phew, that felt bad.
It sounded bad. Let's break down why that response just destroyed the candidate's score.
Well, first, listen to the audio pacing. It was erratic. There were a lot of filler words like, and, ah.
You sounded very flustered and panicked.
Right. And the AI's audio analysis software grades confidence based on a steady voice. My confidence score just dropped to 0.
And let's look at the text processor. The computer wrote down, what is cross-functional? Wait, I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, the AI is scanning your words for leadership and problem solving. But instead, it found panic and confusion.
You also wasted about 15 seconds of your speaking time limit just complaining about the words you didn't know.
Exactly. It's a complete disaster.
But, I want to push back on our solution for a moment.
Okay.
If you use the rephrase strategy, won't it sound like you are avoiding the hard parts of the question? Like you are dodging the real issue?
It is a valid fear, but no, it doesn't look like dodging.
Why not?
Because simplifying a complex problem is actually a core soft skill. It shows leadership. You aren't dodging the question, you are translating it into something actionable.
Okay, let's try the simulation again so we can hear the difference. This time, use the rephrase strategy.
I'm ready.
Same difficult question. Could you describe your conflict resolution methodology when disagreeing with a cross-functional team member?
Just to make sure I understand correctly,
Yeah.
are you asking me to share a story about a conflict at work and how I solved the problem? In my last job, I had a situation exactly like this.
Let's pause there.
See the difference?
It's night and day. Think about how calm, professional, and confident that second response sounds.
Right. Let's look at the AI grading for that second response. The tone was steady. The speaking pace was moderate and controlled.
There was no panic. Your confidence score would be very high.
And what about the text processor?
It wrote down, make sure I understand correctly, and conflict at work, and solve the problem.
Exactly. I took control.
You told the AI what you were going to talk about, and then you transitioned smoothly right into your story.
It perfectly matches what an AI evaluates for soft skills and clear communication.
It's so important to remember that this technology can feel very intimidating. We know this is a stressful experience.
It really is. It feels so unnatural to talk to a blank screen.
It is completely normal to not understand every single word the AI says. Do not feel bad if you get confused. You are not alone in this.
No, you're not. And this is especially true if English is your second language. The vocabulary the AI uses can be very corporate and complex. And the AI's voice might sound a little strange or robotic. You might miss a word just because of the audio quality.
And that is the golden rule you must hold on to. Micro1 is testing how you think and how you solve problems.
Right.
It is not testing if you are a perfect, flawless robot. The company wants to hire a human being.
They want someone who can handle real-world challenges. Because in a real office, well, miscommunication happens every single day.
All the time. People use the wrong words. Emails are confusing.
Exactly. So showing that you can calmly clarify a confusing situation is actually a massive strength.
It shows you don't panic under pressure. It shows you know how to ask for clarity in a highly professional way.
These are skills every manager wants on their team.
Yeah.
You're proving your value before you even finish your answer.
Which brings us to a final thought I want you to consider. Something we haven't even talked about yet.
Oh, what's that?
Well, we assume the AI is just asking standard questions.
Right.
But what if the confusion is actually part of the test?
Wow. That is a fascinating idea.
Think about it. What if the companies programming these AI interviewers intentionally use confusing, jargon-filled wording?
To see how you react.
Yes. What if they want to see how you handle ambiguity? They might not even care about your actual answer to the conflict resolution question. They might be testing the interaction itself.
If the confusion is intentional, then your ability to stay calm and rephrase the question isn't just a survival tactic.
Exactly.
It is the actual answer to the hidden test. You are proving you can navigate a messy, unclear world.
It really makes you look at the whole interview differently. You aren't just surviving a machine. You are proving you are the human in charge.
You are leaving a message of calm control.
If you're preparing for Micro1 or AI interviews, this is a skill you really need.
Subscribe to English Comfort Zone will help you feel more confident step by step.